What's up, man?
Yeah, nice to see you.
How you doing?
Nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for letting me do this interview.
Big fan of the your content, and
Thank you.
It's great to be on CreativeLive here.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. And the funny thing is, the first ever CreativeLive show that I bought was yours. And if anyone's watching, check out how to build your online business.
There you go.
And that
There
was
you go.
it was actually one of the best courses. I watched it live, and it was so good that I had to buy it and just keep
Thank you.
because there's so much content in there. So
Thank you
really
very much.
appreciate it. So thanks. We're really excited to have you on here. And
Dude, I'm pumped.
yeah, let's get started.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right. So how's the time getting here? Was it long? Or?
It was good, man. Yeah, it was a little early when I left, but it's all right.
All right, so we're gonna get started. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, so hello everyone. Welcome to the Product Podcast. I'm your host, Zain Abiddin, and today we have Lewis Howes with us. Thanks for coming, Lewis.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, so Lewis is a ex-pro athlete and a world record holder. He's also a salsa dancer,
Yes.
and he's a lifestyle entrepreneur and the author of The School of Greatness, the new book, the new best-selling book.
There you go.
All right. So, so let's talk about why you decided to write this book.
Man, well, I appreciate. Thanks for letting me talk about the book.
Yeah.
8 years ago, I had a dream that I was going to write this book. This is no BS. 8 years ago, I just got done playing football. I was in a cast. I had surgery from getting injured in the game, and my only dream before that was to be a pro athlete. So after I got injured and my career was over, I was sleeping on my sister's couch for about a year and a half trying to figure out what the next step was. I didn't have a college degree yet. I didn't really want to work for anyone. I wasn't sure where I'd work if I did. And I got a present literally about 8 years ago to this date during Christmas that my brother gave me. I got one gift that year, and it was a book. It was a book called The 4 Hour Work Week. And in 3 days, I finished that book, which for me was really fast because I'm dyslexic. So for 3 days, I finished the book. And at the end of closing the book, I had a cast on this arm, and I closed it with the cast. I said to myself, one day, I'm going to become really good friends with this guy, Tim Ferriss. I have no clue who this guy is or where he came from, but this book is incredible. I'm going to figure out who his agent is. I'm going to stalk his agent, and he's going to be my agent. And I'm going to write a book about how to get to the next level in your life. I'm going to write a book that creates possibilities in the minds of millions of people the way this book right here just did for me. Because before this moment, I had no clue you could build a business on your own. I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship. And this book gave me the information and the tools to kickstart that. It was the catalyst. So that's why I wrote the book, because it was a dream of mine 8 years ago.
Wow, that's amazing. And tell us a little bit about the process of writing this book, and how long did it take you, or some of the challenges, and why you decided to do a self-published or a traditionally published book.
Yeah, I mean, the process was becoming, getting enough value over the last 8 years that I could have credibility to write this book, first off. So it was building a business, selling a business before I could even think about writing the book. I needed to get the credibility. Then I found the agent, and then I spent a year writing a proposal that I scrapped because I realized that wasn't the book I wanted to write. It was a business book proposal. And I told my agent I wanted to write this book. And so I scrapped it and spent another 9 months writing another proposal.
Yeah.
And I sold that a year ago, and now, a year later, the book is out.
That's amazing. I actually went through the book, and I just love the fact that how action-oriented it is. Throughout the book, you have exercises that you make people do, worksheets, visualization exercises. Why did you decide to go more of that route versus just being able to?
I feel like most books out there are great. They have a lot of theory, a lot of inspiration, and it's kind of like big picture thinking, and that's great. But I feel like I need tools, resources, and exercises to move forward in something. And so when I read The 4 Hour Work Week and I saw that he had all that, and it actually kept my attention, I was like, that's the book I'm going to have to write. Something that keeps people's attention, that gives them homework, exercises, that challenges people to move forward. Not just inspiration, but challenges them.
Right.
So maybe do one last question.
Awesome. Yeah, so I want to ask a question that you usually ask your guests. Let's tell us, what is your definition of greatness?
That's a good question. You know, the reason I ask is because it's different for everyone. People have a different definition, and it's different than success. And that's why I asked about greatness. And for me right now, and it evolves over time, but for me right now, my definition is cultivating the unique gifts and talents that we are born with to pursue and live our dreams, and then make the maximum amount of impact on the world by living our dreams.
Wow, amazing. Great, thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you on the show, and you know, I really appreciate being able to sit here and have a conversation.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. That was great. Okay, so we're going to take 1 minute briefing.